Welcome everyone to this edition of the YOGAmazing video podcast. I'm Chaz, I'm your host, and welcome back. Now as you can see, I'm not in my typical position for when I open the video. I'm actually sitting on the floor in my studio to talk about this week's class, or shall I say combination of classes. As you know, or you may not know, here in the United States there's been a lot of violence with between police officers getting shot and African Americans getting shot, and the community around the country as a whole. There's a lot of it's unsettling. It's really not in a good space right now. So I thought, how can I help with yoga? And I thought, well, I could do a class, and I could, but I also wanted to bring the class into an area where it was very personal to me. So what I'm doing is, the very beginning of this episode is going to be yoga for grief, because there's a lot of people who have lost the lives of their loved ones in this country, not only through what's going on right now, but there's been a lot of people who've lost family members, and there's a lot of people who've lost family members through violence. And so I thought, when my father passed away, I did yoga for grief. So that's going to be the first part of the video. And then in the middle part of the video, we're going to have a chance to think, to relax. So it's going to be a nice little candlelight meditation that we can do to help us reflect. And then I'm going to close it out with a class that I have called Yoga for Emotional Healing. And that class is going to help us to get through everything that's going on right now. And it doesn't matter if it's what's going on right now in the United States. Everybody needs some sort of healing. So we're going to grieve, we're going to meditate, and we're going to heal. So that's what we're going to be doing in today's class, and I hope you enjoy it. And remember, as we go through today's class, to breathe, relax, pray, and have fun. We're going to start here in Child's Pose. A great pose. Again, this is about grieving, and it could also be used not just for grieving, this pose, but a chance to just become quiet and to meditate and to think and to help you get focused and centered. So that's why I always start with the Child's Pose, because it is a great way for us to become present in the moment, and also is a chance, if you're grieving, to just, again, become present and to just relax in whatever situation you may be in. So bring your forehead to the floor, open up your knees, drop it through. And just take the first few moments of class to deepen your breath. Remember, big inhales, big exhales. The Ujjayi breath becomes your pathway, your metronome, your timekeeper. Remember, big inhales, big exhales. And from here, slowly bring yourself up. And we're going to bring ourselves into hero pose. I'll turn a little bit towards you so you can see me better. And I like doing the hero pose because my father was my hero. And it's also a great pose for us to do. Again, a pose of meditation. And it's also going to be a pose that's going to help us as we do a breathing exercise, alternate nose breathing. So I always tell people that if you sit this way, again, here's how you sit, and if it hurts right here on the tops of your feet, you can always place a roll blanket here, or you can even sit on a blanket, or you can even sit on a block. Find a way for it to work for you. I know this can be pretty intense for some people, so if that's too much, you can just sit on your bottom and crisscross your legs. But I want you to try to do it this way. So now we're going to be doing alternate nose breathing. That's where we inhale and exhale through the nose. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take, I'm just going to keep this real simple. I'm going to take my last two fingers like this, put it on my nostril. I'm going to sit up nice and straight. And I'm going to inhale through my right nostril. I'm going to hold. And then exhale to the left. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale through the right. Hold. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Hold. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Hold. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Hold. Exhale through the right. One more. Inhale through the right. Hold. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. And exhale through the right. Take your hands palms up on your leg. Close your eyes. Sit nice and straight. Just deepen the breath. Great thing about alternate nose breathing, it helps you to balance the hemispheres of the brain, especially if you're going through a grieving or a distraction in your life or something that is just bothering you or causing you pain. This is a way for you to balance your brain, your thoughts, to gain clarity. Then from here, let's open our eyes. Now, we're going to come to a kneeling position for Camel, Ustrasana. Now, we're going to do a couple of different variations on this. You can keep your hands on the hips. That's what we're going to do. There's several things that we can do. We can do standing back bends, but since we're down like this, I figured this would be the easiest. But this is a pose exactly as I'm doing it that you can do while you're standing as well. So take a great big inhale, lift into the heart. And as you exhale, roll the heart, drop the head back, bring the hips slightly forward. And then you're going to bring it up. Now from here, you're going to go down to a child's pose, but then you're going to roll to the crown of the head, like this. And then release and bring it back to sitting. Okay, we're going to do one more of those. So that's the idea. Camel, and we're going to roll it up to the crown of the head. Again, let's bring it up. Hands to the hips. Any type of back bend that you can get is a great pose. Any heart opener you can do is great for healing and for depression and grieving. So something as simple as this can really help. So hands to the hips, big inhale, lift into the heart. And as you exhale, tuck, roll the heart, drop the head back, breathe deep. Bring it up. Same thing, you're going to sit back, you're going to drop it down, come to the crown of the head, and roll. And then release, bring it into child's pose. And then bring it up to sitting in hero pose for just a moment, because we're going to shift from here to a butterfly. So from here, bring our feet together, bring it into bound angle, Baddha Konasana, butterfly, whatever you want to call it. And you want to peel your feet apart, ground, squeeze your bottom into the mat, lengthen, don't slouch, lengthen, lift into the heart, deepen the breath. And slowly release. We're going to do a couple of twists in this class as well. So just take a nice big twist, big inhale, lengthen, and as you exhale, twist looking over the shoulder. And release. Let's bring it back to the other side, crisscross the legs the other way, inhaling and exhaling. Good. Now from here, let's bring it to lying on our stomach. And we're just going to kind of leave it like this for right now. This is, a lot of people call this the Sphinx Pose. You can have your hands out like this so you look like the Sphinx. And you can just hang here. This is like a pose I used to do when I was a kid growing up in my house with my parents. You know, you'd lay on the floor and, you know, watch TV or hang out. You know, I used to do this all the time. And I'm sure we all did this at some point in our life, but we're going to do it now again for our class. Remember to breathe. And like me, I'm sure if you are grieving of some sort, you know, you'll find yourself thinking of your lost one. It could be a parent, it could be a friend, it could be a pet, it could be anything. Just be present with it and enjoy it. It's a gift. And then now we're going to bring it to the floor, and we're going to do a Cobra. Forehead to the floor, inhale, and as you exhale, lift. Lift using your lower back, deepen the breath. And then release, chin to the floor. From here, we're going to bend our legs. We're going to grab our feet for a bow. Now, if you need to, you can take a belt around your feet if you're unable, or if you can't, you can just lift and not grab your feet. But if you can grab your feet, that would be best. From here, inhale, and as you exhale, lift. Lift the thighs up off the floor, deepen the breath. And release. Take it back to a child's pose. Stretch it out. And you're going to bring it up. You're going to lie on your back. And from here, we're going to be doing two variations of the bridge pose. We're going to be doing a full bridge and a half bridge. And now some people, if you have the capabilities, instead of doing a bridge pose, you can do a full back bend. So it's your call. So from here, in fact, maybe we'll do three. Maybe we'll do full bridge, half bridge, and a full back bend. And then if you don't want to do the back bend, you can do one of the other two that you just saw. There you go. I think that'll be a good one. So from here, let's do a full bridge. So we're going to bend our knees. We're going to lift our hips, lengthen our neck, interlock our fingers, and feet forward. Don't let your legs splay or spread. Deepen the breath. and slowly release. Bring it down vertebrae by vertebrae. Now from here we'll do a half bridge. Arms to your side, palms down. Inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to lift it up only to where it's like a sliding board position. So arms stay to your side. So this is a half bridge. Deepen the breath. Remember, a lot of heart openers in this class. There's a lot more to be done. And you can do these poses as often as you want, as frequent as you want. You can just pick and choose certain poses that would be beneficial. And then you're going to slowly release. And another pose that you might want to do, of course, we're not going to be doing the standing poses, but you could always do a standing forward fold, which is another simple pose to do that you could do as well, that you could do any place and any time, pretty much. Now, from here, we're going to bring our feet in. Now, we're going to do a full back bend. Now, you have the option of doing the back bend, or you can do full bridge or half bridge. That's your call. So, I like doing it on my toes, or you can use your flat feet if you like. So, I'm going to take my palms, I'm going to turn my fingers back towards me. And I'm going to take an inhale. And as I exhale, I'm going to push it up and bring it up. Stay here and breathe. And release. Tucking the chin, rolling it down, and walking your feet together, reclined butterfly. And knees together, big hug. And we're going to do another twist, rolling to the right, look to the left. And take it the other way. And back to the center, big hug, squeeze it in. And then stretch it on the floor for Shavasana, the resting pose. And this is a great pose to do for grieving. There were many times after my father passed where I would just lay on the floor like this. And just relax, let go, and just be present and grieve, because grieving is very important. And this may be the only pose you feel like doing during the grieving process. I know it was hard for me to do anything, from yoga to work to anything, and so the simpler the better when you can grieve. And then as you feel the need, you can add more poses and do more things. But just listen to your body, listen to your heart. Think of your loved ones that you're grieving for, and just be present in the moment. Candlelight Meditation. yoga for emotional healing. Now we're going to start off with a breathing exercise called alternate nose breathing. It's great to do because it's going to help you to calm down, it's going to help you to focus, whether you're at work or you're going through something traumatic in your life. And what it does is it balances out both hemispheres of the brain so that you can become a whole person. So that's why it's alternate nose breathing, to help you to maintain your balance. And in yoga, it's all about balance and finding that right space. So I thought this would be a good idea, and it's very important. If you're going through some emotional stuff, even if you just do a little breathing exercise like this, it'll make a big difference in your day. So from here, you're going to take your right hand. Now some people, I'm going to go into a little detail. You can just use your fingers or whatever, but I'm going to take my ring finger and my pinky finger on my left nostril, okay? And then I'm going to use my thumb as well, okay? So from here, then take your left hand and do the mudra, the index finger and the thumb. Sit up nice and straight. And we're going to inhale through the right nostril. So big inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale through the left. Hold. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Hold. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Hold. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Hold. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Hold. Exhale through the right. Take both hands on your knees, palms up, index fingers and thumbs touching, and just stay here. Sit up nice and straight. Just take a few moments here and breathe. And then from here, I want you to slowly release, and let's take it into a child's pose. Child's pose, I always start my classes with child's pose, but it's a great pose to help you to calm and relax. So drop it back, open up your knees, drop the stomach and chest through, and just stretch it out. You can take your arms out in front of you, or, Amanda, if you want, can you bring your hands back? There you go, and just drop your arms back, open up your knees a little bit wider. Good. And just rest it in here. And this is also, a lot of people just call this another variation of the child's pose or the embryo. So it's just whichever one works for you, but if your arms are forward, let them relax, and if they're back, let them relax. This is a very meditative pose. It's very relaxing, so just take these first few moments and just relax it in. And then from here, slowly bring it to your hands and knees. We'll do a little cat and a cow. A lot of these poses, we had talked about this, a lot of poses that are very beneficial when you're going through an emotional experience in your life is a lot of heart openers. So anything that we can do to roll the heart open. So we're going to be doing the cat and the cow. So from here, inhale, looking up, shoulder blades down, spread the sits bones. And as you exhale, round, tuck, and squeeze. Again, inhaling, looking up. And exhale, round, tuck, and squeeze. Inhaling up. And exhale. And inhale, looking up. And exhale. Inhaling, looking up. And exhale. We'll do one more. Inhale, looking up. And then exhale, round, tuck, and squeeze. Now from here, bring it to the table, dig your toes into the mat, and let's take it up and back into down dog. So bend your knees, push it back, flatten the palms, spread the fingers. And since I've got Amanda here with me, I can actually, work with you a little bit more. I know don't look up unless you need to. But you want to make sure that your palms are flat. You want to spread your fingers. You want to roll the shoulder blades away from each other down the back. And you want to make sure your neck is nice and long. See, her neck is neutral with the spine. That's what we want. And now hide your heels behind your feet. Walk your feet just a little bit closer together. Now I want you to bend your knees and push back. See, like I always say, that sliding board spine, she's got that nice sliding board spine going on, and that's what we want to do. And if your heels don't touch the floor, that's no big deal. It just means, well, your heels don't touch the floor. Just let your body open. Stay here and breathe in down dog. Now you may be saying, well, how are we going to get some chest openings through this pose? Well, it's very easy. From here, we're just going to roll it up, you're going to stay on your toes. You're going to bring it into an up dog. So you're going to be like this. Keep your hips up off the floor. There you go. Dig your toes into the mat. There you go. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. Roll the shoulder blades. So you're going to roll the heart open. Good. Stay here and breathe. Roll the heart. Don't let your head stick out. Pull it back neutral with the spine. And then take it back to a down dog. Lots of creaking going on over there, Amanda. I hear that. And then from here, again, up dog. Keep your toes dug down. You're not rolling over the toes. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. Roll the heart open. Deepen the breath. And roll it back to a down dog. And let's do one more of these. Again, roll it. Roll the heart open. Deepen the breath. And take it back to a down dog. And from here, walk your feet forward. And I want you to bend your knees and just hang. Let your arms just relax on the floor. Don't hold on to anything. Just breathe and relax. And then bring it up. Bring the arms up. Good. And then bring the hands to the chest. Stay here and breathe. Close your eyes. Take a few breaths here. Let me get you to step back just a little bit in your mat so that we don't hit arms. Now we're going to be doing some work on our spine. Get a little bit of a heart opener here. So from here, let's bring the arms up, inhaling. From here, take the arm to the leg. Inhale through the other. And as you exhale, take it over to the side. But don't let your neck collapse. Keep it neutral with the spine and looking up under the arm towards the ceiling or the sky, wherever you are. Hang here, breathe. Bring it up. Let's release to the other side. Big inhale, lengthen. And exhale back. Looking under the arm towards the ceiling again. Deepen the breath. Remember, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen. So remember, as you inhale, you want to reach. And as you exhale, you take it over little by little so you get that stretch on the side of the body. And use this hand as leverage to take you deeper into the pose. And bring it up. From here, interlock your fingers. Drop the head back, feet slightly apart. Big inhale. And as you exhale, go back. Remember, inhale, reach. Exhale, deepen. Hips come slightly forward with each inhale and exhale. Take it back. Bring it up. And from here, you're just going to drop it down back into a standing forward fold. Walk it back to a down dog. From here, bring your right foot forward, drop the left knee. Keep your left toes dug in. Now from here, we're going to go into a real deep back bend as best as you can. So let's just stay here for a moment. You want your hips to open. If you're here, kind of like as I was say, like, like if you're getting a sports picture, taking that classic group shot, But if you have the ability, take that leg back further so you get much more of a hip opening here. So, okay, now we're going to go deeper. Let's bring the arms up. Inhale. Interlock your fingers, exhale. Inhale, lengthen, and as you exhale, root the hips as you go back and get a great big heart opener here. And release, hands come forward, down dog. And left foot forward, drop the right knee. Keep the toes dug into the mat. Get yourself set right here. Deepen the breath. Take a few moments here. Just take a few breaths before we move on. And arms up, inhale. Interlock your fingers, drop the head back. Big inhale. And as you exhale, go back. Release. Down dog. And drop to your knees. Go to a child's pose. Stretch it out. Slowly bring it up. From here, let's bring it to Camel, Ustrasana. Hands to your hips, knees are hips width apart. Now on this one, you have the capabilities, or if you do have the capability or the ability, to go all the way back and grab your heels. That's cool, but I always tell people, let me turn sideways a little bit, is when you do that, you don't want to lean back and do this. That's totally wrong. You want to make sure your hips stay forward, roll the heart, so if your hands stay on your hips, that's fine too. As I always say, it's not about the ego, it's about the proper alignment. So do whichever one's good for you, okay? So from here, hands on the hips. Big inhale, lift into the heart. And as you exhale, tuck the tailbone, roll the shoulder, drop the head back. Keep the hips forward. Deepen the breath. Bring it up. And go to a child's pose. 2 of these. So, big inhale, lift into the heart, roll the shoulders. And as you exhale, tuck the tailbone, roll the shoulders, take it back. Only go as deep as you need to. Hips forward. Relax, breathe. Up. And child's pose. From here, slowly release. Bring it to lying on your stomach for Cobra. We'll be doing a couple of variations on this as well. So, chin to the floor, thumbs to your chest, hands by your chest, elbows tucked in, legs together, firm up the thighs. Big inhale. And as you exhale, lift using your lower back muscles. Draw the shoulder blades down the back, elbows tucked in. Now you're not pushing with your hands. You're lifting with the lower back. Breathe and just hold yourself delicately, gently with your hands. Don't push though. We're not doing an up dog. And release. Turn your head, arms to the side, palms up. Chin to the floor, arms to your side, palms down for a jet airplane. Inhale. And as you exhale, bring it up, arms up, legs up, chest up. Breathe and lift. And release. Turn your head the other way, palms up. Chin to the floor. Bend your knees, grab your feet for the bow. Big inhale. And as you exhale, kick your legs back. Bring it up. And release. From here, child's pose. Stretch out to the back. Now from here, slowly bring it up. And Amanda, I want you to lay on your back. Now we're going to be doing a little sequence here. We're going to do a shoulder pose into a plow pose into Matsyasana, which is the fish pose. So we're going to be working on those. So what I want you to do, and I'm going to work with her, since I've got someone here in class, I can actually work with someone to help you in case you want to watch this video at some point to see a little bit more of the correction. So from here, I want you to roll it up into a shoulder stand. Okay, now bring it up. Now, what you want to do, make sure you do, is right now, she's kind of in like a slight V angle. So what I'm going to do is, now I know a lot of times you don't have the ability there, but I'm going to take my feet around her elbows. I'm going to tuck her bottom in. There you go. And point your toes. There you go. Now, I want you to squeeze and lengthen through your feet. Notice her toes are active. Spread your toes, activate your toes, deepen the breath. Great pose to do. If you're unable to do, if you can do a headstand, that's a great pose to do as well for emotional healing, but I'm doing a shoulder stand here because we got extra sequence going into it. So from here, stay here, deepen the breath, and do the best that you can, okay? Because I know if you've got a little bit of a bend in there, okay, we always want to work on advancing our posture, so just let your body open little by little. Deepen the breath. Now from here, I want you to start to take your feet to the floor behind you, which is going to be the plow pose. There you go. Keep going back. See if you can drop your toes. Now, she's almost there. And some people can actually get their feet to the floor. Some people, they can't. So I'm not going to push her to go any further, that comfort zone, because a lot of times when people start doing this pose, they feel a little bit intimidated because you have no idea where your toes and your feet are. She can't see it, but she's smiling and a little laughing right here. So you just want to feel comfortable with it. I've got students who come to the class and they do the same. So your body will open. As your body opens more and more, you will. So just stay here and breathe because you're still getting a benefit. Now from here, I want you to slowly roll out of it, vertebrae by vertebrae, bend your knees, and just slowly roll out of it. Bring it down to laying on your back on the floor. Good. Now I want you to make like a little diamond with your hands. I'm going to show you up into the camera. You're going to make a little diamond like this with your hands, and you're going to put it right here on your bottom. Now from here, what I want you to do is I want you to take your feet straight onto the floor. Take your feet straight out. And then now I want you to tuck your elbows under. So you're going to tuck your elbows. I'm going to lay down this way so they can see. Now what you got to do is you got to put your hands up, but then you got to come up like this, like you're looking up at somebody. Then drop your head and roll the heart over. And then slowly release. Just lay on your back, arms to your side, palms up. Three more poses now. From here, bend your knees, and we're going to take it into the bridge pose. So from here, let's lift our hips. We're going to interlock our fingers, tuck our shoulder blades. Make sure that your feet are only hips width apart, no more, no less. Don't let your legs splay or spread. Squeeze and lengthen the tailbone towards the knees. Keep your neck long. Keep the breath deep. And slowly release, bring it down vertebrae by vertebrae. Bring your feet together for a reclined butterfly. There you go. Bring your legs together, squeeze your legs in, big hug, forehead to the knee. And take your arms to a T as best as you can with your neighbor. And drop your legs to the right, look to the left. And roll to the left, look to the right. And then slowly bring it back to the center. One more big hug. Squeeze your legs in, deepen the breath. And then from here, I want you to extend your legs out in front of you. And I want you to go to resting pose, Amanda. Now, there is another option that you can do here. And while she's resting, you can either go to Shavasana for these next few moments. But I'm going to go to the wall behind me. And I'm going to do what's called Viparati Karani, or legs up the wall, which is another great pose to use to de-stress and also to just help you relax. So you can stay in Shavasana, or you can find a space against the wall and do this pose as well. So just stay here. I'm going to move over to here and do legs up the wall. And take these next few moments. You want to make sure that your bottom touches the wall. And then just take your legs up the wall, arms to your side, palms up. And again, just take these next few moments and just allow yourself the freedom to let the body, the mind connect. This is where the true benefits of yoga come in. Just let go and accept the practice you've given yourself today. Take the peace and the strength and share it. Namaste.